So first of all, do you enjoy historic themed games?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever played Assassin's Creed games, Witcher, or The Plague Tale of Innocence?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. If you did, what did you like about them?
I was like 12 when I played it. I have no memory.
Sneak, I suppose. I don't know.
Okay. What initially drew you into playing them?
It was free with gold.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I like the parkour elements though.
Yeah.
I just saw someone else playing it and thought, yeah, well, I'll give it a go. But now
Okay.
I just don't like it anymore because I just found it too difficult.
Yeah.
Well, some missions anyway. Other missions are quite easy.
Okay. Have you played anything like Age of the Empires or Civilization 5, Crusader Kings?
No.
No.
Okay. Do you think the historic games should stick to being quite historically accurate, or do you think they can get away with not?
I like the freedom of getting to do what you want with your stuff because it doesn't always have to be historical. But if you're going for like something that needs to be historical, yeah. But otherwise, just kind of do what you want.
Well, I like the history behind it because it kind of makes you learn whilst playing, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. So you quite like the learning aspect of playing historical games. Okay. I think that's all I came up with, to be honest.
Yeah, quite a few.
Anyone else got anything? Or any other questions you want to add?
Question is, do you prefer sci-fi or horror?
Sci-fi.
Horror.
Hate horror. It's too scary.
I can't choose. I like both, like Alien Isolation. That would be my choice.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, thank you. I have like a
hi,
few
Elaine.
items, but it's more kind of personal based than anything because my game is about like nostalgia from a post-apocalyptic world and a girl trying to like kind of reconnect with humanity because she's one of the only ones left.
Oh, interesting.
So it's kind of like what items kind of bring you nostalgia?
I would say kind of probably stuff from our childhood and like sort of something we all shared as like children. So then we can all get a sense of nostalgia, or maybe like what we did back in college about the 70s, 80s sort of theme. We could sort of bring that into it, so like adults could sort of get nostalgia from that.
Yeah. I don't want to follow the teddy bear theme because that's what the guy did in that pitch, and I feel like I'd be a bit kind of.
For a minute, I was like, "What the hell is a teddy bear theme?" Like,
yeah, he did the nostalgia of the bear, but I don't really want to copy that because.
Do you want to think of something like
well, I guess you
every
could take
age
that
group
idea.
kind of would have in common?
You could take that idea and change it, kind of. I don't know how you would change it, but you could change it in some way.
Because I feel like everyone had a teddy bear.
Are you going for early childhood, Georgia, or?
It's just kind of anything, but I just feel like in the early stages of childhood, people have more in common than not. Because like nowadays, not everyone has the same thing, but when you're like a child, everyone has a teddy bear.
You could still go with teddy bear.
Yeah.
Just because it was in the pitch doesn't necessarily mean you can't choose that. I mean, the pitch could have inspired that from you, which is the whole point, right? Of doing this research.
Yeah, and it's something else you can field out to people as well, George. If you're still not secure on it, you can go, okay, well maybe that's a questionnaire thing, and you could ask people what their most favorite childhood toy was, or what their most cherished childhood toy was, and if that correlates to teddy bears, then that confirms to you that that is, you know, you've got two different sources saying that this is probably the most childhood thing. If it ends up being something else, then that gives you something else to work with.
Yeah.
So it's about like John said, you know, you've got the initial research, you've got some initial pointers to us where to go. So follow that, pull that thread further until you know for sure where it goes.
Yeah.
So mine is a PS1 style, like 80s style horror game. And I haven't figured out where it's going to be set or what
I
it's
should
going
probably
to
get
be
my
about
mind.
exactly yet. But I'm going to try and get some old textures and stuff to put onto things and make it look eerie and bring in lots of fog and stuff. My only question probably would be, have you guys ever played a similar kind of game? Like, have you ever owned a PS1 or played anything on an old style game? What was it?
Let's see. Hang on, what was that one actually? Was Silent Hill the first one on PS1 or PS2?
I think it was on PS1.
Then I have played that. What else? I can think of one on the... Oh god, I'm old. I can think of one on the Super Nintendo too, but I can't remember the name of it.
That's alright.
Wait, yeah, actually, I have. It was a game, the Nintendo GameCube, like Pikmin and something like that.
Oh, nice. Is there anything about those games, if you can remember them, that you particularly liked, or things that you thought made it scary?
The fog, for sure.
Yeah.
It being super foggy and having the map so difficult to see.
Oh, like the sort of poly enemies just like running at you, and like the
Yeah,
really
you
bad
could
graphics.
hear it before you could see them. That was
Yeah,
really
like literally, I
awesome.
was hearing things and I kept looking around, like, where is it coming from? And then the next minute, I'm just suddenly dead on the floor because suddenly you just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try and bring in a lot of fog and darkness and similar kind of elements.
I
think also the map wasn't quite loaded properly. It was like sort of like they put a texture on, but it wouldn't load properly or something, and you get patches everywhere.
Yeah.
It kind of makes it old looking.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty much all my questions, I think.
Well, mine's kind of like a sci-fi horror sort of game. Basically, got sort of loads of floors and you're trapped underground. You just got to get to the top whilst fighting monsters, I suppose. So I think my question is kind of, what would you expect from that kind of game? Like, what kind of monsters would you see and stuff like that?
I guess aliens.
Yeah.
Maybe something that could crawl in the spaces with you.
Yeah, I was
really
also kind of thinking of adding head crabs as well.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I guess that's it, really. I don't really know. Thinking about adding different weaponry as well, sort of with different stats, so people can like choose which they want to use for specific monsters.
Are you creating like an openable inventory then?
I think so, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I guess that's it for me. Okay, sorry. Would you expect it to be sort of first or third person?
Are you imagining more of a Dead Space kind of thing, or more of an Alien Isolation type thing? Wait, is Dead Space even third person?
I don't know really, because like I was thinking of first person because obviously it's easier to see the monsters, but then third person would be better for sneak based stuff where you can actually look around corners. Yeah. Maybe I should just do both.
Yeah, you could play around with it. I think if you want to go for more of the intense horror, I think first person usually makes it a bit more intense.
Yeah.
But I think it can be equally as scary with the environment as a third person game.